Hello, I'm Dow Bartling, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I hope that the little bit of time that we spend together, we're going to have a brighter summer day. You know, I don't know about you, but music has always been part of my life. And I don't know whether it's because of nature or nurture. You see, my adoptive mother, Doris Bartling, she loved music. Now, she didn't play a musical instrument, but she loved music. And so she would sing at every opportunity that she had. I can remember riding in the front seat of the car, no seatbelt, and listening to her sing, listening to the radio. And her first name was Doris, so she loved Doris Day songs. Que sera, sera. I can't tell you how many times I listened to it. Nature or nurture. When Justin and I went to Panama, Justin, my son, for the very first time, we were, of course, welcomed with open arms. So many relatives. And part of the festivities was, you got it, music. Music that they played, music that they played records to, music, and dancing. So, I love music. Is it because of nature or nurture? I don't necessarily know, but I love music. From my early teens of the 45 record. And that's how I made my playlist, was with the 45s. And then we moved on to the good old 8-track. Do you have an 8-track? Slip it in. Man, in my 65 Mustang and 68 Camaro, this was the thing. But maybe as you can see behind me here, I am quite the steward of record albums. I'm a steward of maybe over 3,000 records. 3,000 records. And all kinds of genres here. And I believe that life lessons can be learned from music and musicians. And some of the wonderful music that they play and that they put together. You see, musicians and music, they look at the big picture. The seed that you plant today, you're not going to harvest tomorrow. I believe that verse, they come to understand. The musicians do. And as the Rolling Stones would say, on satisfaction, they can get some satisfaction. And it's in the process. Maybe not at the time, but when later they reflect, as we maybe would, then they get the satisfaction. And of course, there is an ability to develop time management. It takes time management. And that's where then the record producers and so forth then come forth to help them. And musicians have perseverance. The musicians, they persevere all the time. They look at their dreams and they develop them on vinyl. They develop them on vinyl. They're good at problem solving. Folks. It's not clear-cut answer, maybe on what genre they even want to go with. And sometimes in their creativity, they will shift. But it takes then problem solving for them to do that. And then they move on to their creativity, as I said. How they approach it in these different genres that they may be thinking of. And just think of it. In my age, I think of this sweetness of, listen to the melody of Linda Ronstadt. And then maybe the roughness of a Janis Joplin. All during that same time period. Or a Jimi Hendrix, a left-handed Jimi Hendrix, who then reversed his strings so that he could learn to play. And compare that to a Carlos Santana, both of which played at the original Woodstock. That causes them to think on the spot. They need to think on the spot. As I said, they need to have patience. they need to have that patience and communicate and collaborate together. That's sometimes what causes then groups to abandon and break up, because lack of communication and collaboration. And finally, they have to find ways to, as that seed is growing, to cope with stress. Cope with stress. And sometimes, as we know historically, it has not been a good way that some of these musicians dealt with stress, a negative way. So find your way that you can then deal with stress. One of it may be the love of music and listening to music. So I hope today you're going to have the opportunity to listen to your favorite tunes and have yourself a brighter summer day. And until then, you take care. And as they would say, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Take care.